Hello, my name is Devina Sofiyanti. I'm a writer-director of a short film called Whispers of Exiles.
So this is your second film, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes, my second film, yeah.
So how was, let's say, the transition from the first to the second?
My first film is very conventional, it's a short horror films. It talks also about woman issue, but like artistically it's very conventional. But for the second film I tried to play a little bit more with styles. So as you can see, I shot it in black and white and color, like I put some dances to externalize the feeling of the characters rather than put some dialogue, things like that. Yeah.
Okay. Why? Why the experimentation, let's say?
I don't know. I just want to try to explore the medium itself, and I wanted to work with another woman artist, like choreographers and music directors, and I think, and also the film got a grant from our, what do you call it, cultural ministry. Ministry of Culture.
Yeah.
So, but we have to make like a story based on fables in Indonesia.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. And tell me a bit about the people appearing in the film. You have a narrator, a dancer, a couple. So tell me a bit about
Yeah. So I think there's only like three main characters. So the first one is a dancer. So no, I think the first one is the main characters, the girl. She narrates like a fable, like traditional story, but instead of doing a play, so I put a dancer to like not recreate but externalize the emotion of the story. So and then we have the another one, the guy. So they are like friends, and they have the same ability in healing something. But as you can see in the film, there's a like different output, between. So even though they have the same, the same ability, but for girls, for women, so it's not. I don't know how to explain it, but for her it's a little bit difficult. Yeah, but for the man it's easier for him because he can easily like get money from his ability, but the girls has to like put it away, yeah.
Okay. And but tell me a bit, what is this the story that is narrated? Can you tell me a bit more about that?
Yeah. So the story is about, it's a what do you call it, a queen called Nyi Rambut Asi, and she's very powerful. But when I research about most of the fables, the traditional story in Indonesia, like every powerful woman ends up in exiles.
Okay.
So like why? So contrast with the men. So the man is like become a hero. They make a statue, things like that. But why is it? I think it's the same with like witch and wizard in the Western world. Yeah. So they have like the same capabilities, the same abilities, but why they end up differently, things like that. Yeah.
So is this also a comment on, let's say, Indonesian society, patriarchy? Or,
Exactly. And what scares me, the story is still relevant until now. So that's why I put the story, like side by side. What she narrates and what is happening in her world. So it's like an old story, but it has the same, what do you call it, like effect until now.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
so which is sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so. Okay, okay. And tell me a bit about the dancing. Was it choreographed or
Yeah.
she improvised? So how was it?
Yeah. So I work with the woman choreographer. She's actually my lecturer in a grad school. So we talk about this story a little bit before, and then so she agreed to help me with that. So she kind of like translates the scripts into like movements, and then we workshop back and forth. So until we kind of like, oh, okay, this is like the the movements can represent the story. Yeah.
And I also felt there is this kind of artificiality in the film, like no
Exactly.
nature.
No nature,
So
yeah.
was that on purpose or to do it like that,
What do you mean, like?
or like you didn't have enough money to shoot it outside, so you had to shoot it?
Oh no! I actually no. But I want to create like some kind of isolated feelings. So we don't use like if we don't use a lot of like wide shot or like even we don't really change the shot. Yeah. So there's no like cover shot. It's like that. Yeah. So we talk about it since the beginning.
Okay, okay. And tell me a bit about the casting. How did it work?
The casting, they actually quite famous in Indonesia, the both actors. So but like they are friends of my friends, so we met at some point, and I because the language that they are using to narrate and the dialogue is not Indonesian actually. It's Sundanese. So
Sundanese.
it's a tribe language. So that's why like I wanted to cast an actor that from West Java area, so they can talk in Sundanese. So I met them and I talk to them about the story and they're interested. Yeah, so yeah.
Okay. And
Well, my producer is like, oh, but they're very expensive. It's like, yeah, but I think they agree to some extent that I think for the girls, we don't even pay her.
really?
Yeah. But we pay for like meals, transportation, and everything. But she agrees. Like she agreed.
Okay, good. And the dancer?
The dancer also she's a dancer in a what to call it, like a very prestigious school. Yeah. I think she studied ballet in Vienna actually. Like I don't know, like somewhere in Europe. Yeah. So she got back and she had this kind of workshop, and they actually have a They perform every month. So yeah, that's why I met her.
So you have high profile.
Yeah.
Okay, good, okay.
Yeah, but like if we screen it here, nobody knows them, right? Yeah. But if it's in Indonesia,
Has it screened in Indonesia in the festival?
not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
This is the first.
It was the international premiere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did the audience react? Or
I think.
did they understand the film? Or
Oh, actually, the second screening is they talk a lot about the film, and they like there's a Japanese woman who said that I feel the same way. Like you have to downplay as a woman sometimes.
wow.
Yeah. And then the directors of Reverse Return, what? Reverse Return?
River?
Yeah. So he actually very nice. And in the Q&A, he said that my film is his favorite. And then we talk a little bit after. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So it's really nice. I think he said that we have some kind of the same style, like like poetic, and then I think he said that. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And was the film like maybe a bit inspired by Kamila Andini's film, like the scene and that scene?
Of
I got
course.
this vibe a bit. Yeah.
Of course. I mean, like Kamila is one of my heroes, right?
Ah.
Because I think he's like maybe 6, 7 older than me, and I grew up. Like when I was in university, when I was still a student, I watched all her films. Not also her, but like the other, like Molly Surya, like the other women's director. Because when I was in film school, actually there's nobody to look up, as a women's director. Yeah, so I'm really glad that they came. They came to like film industry. So I think it's really good. Yeah.
And since you mentioned the industry, how is it, let's say, working in the Indonesian movie industry right now for a woman? Or
I think for a woman it's getting better now. There are lots of maybe not director but producers and screenwriters. There's a lot of women in the directing. Not really. I don't know. Maybe in because of our patriarchal community, and the director is like the head of the production. Like not the production, the film. So maybe sometimes the producer doesn't trust us as they trust men. I think sometimes.
yes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay. But at the same time, there is like a boom right now in the movie industry in Indonesia. Like
Exactly.
so
many movies. And also, like now, everyone is coming to the theater. So it's a great starting point for us. But the film that is in the theater is like horror films, like like drama, like So I don't know. Yeah.
And regarding short films, would you say there is space in the Indonesian movie industry? Like,
I think in Indonesia film industry, short film is kind of like our turning point. Like our jump start. I would say. So. So, for example, if I have a film outside Indonesia and screen in a film festival, they will like, oh, maybe she's okay. So they will start calling me to do jobs. Yeah, for example. Yeah.
Okay. The last question, I guess, future projects.
Sorry.
Are you working on anything new? Is there a future in the works?
So I'm working on my first feature film. It's been maybe 2 years. So we went to Afis, Busan, and then we went to Bifan to Produit au Sud, a French workshop. Yeah, we went to all over the place with the project. Now we have like maybe fifth draft, and then we are going to shoot, I hope, next year. And then now we have also co-producers to work with. So yeah, I hope.
Can you tell me what it's about even widely?
Yeah. So the story is about this woman, a young woman who suddenly has the ability to see ghosts. So the ghost follows her everywhere. So in order to get rid of the ghost, she has to go to this remote village. But this remote village is very weird, and it's very patriarchal community. So she has, like, in the end, she has to, like, sort of pick, to make peace with the ghost, like living with the ghost, or to live within that community. things like that. Yeah.
Okay. So it's a horror.
It's a horror film, but it's a horror film, but the ghost is not the horror thing, but the man and the community, the toxic community, is like the real horror for her. Yeah.
Okay.
So we try to play with like horror convention a little bit. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.